Hey Scope readers, I'm Jason Reynolds. You probably know me from Ghost or Patina or my novel As Brave as You. I have to tell you I'm super excited to be judging Scope Magazine's 2018-2019 Writer Story Contest. As a matter of fact, I've written 3 first lines to stories that do not yet exist. You all have an opportunity to choose any of these lines and write your own story. And I will judge and decide the winner. Start your story a scene late. Let's say you're writing a story about an adventure. And let's say on this adventure, the main character is going to happen upon a wild bear in the woods. You wouldn't start the story with the main character lacing up their boots, packing up their bags, making sure they have bug repellent. By the time we get to the bear, we're already bored to death. Instead, what you do is you start the story right as the main character hears the rustle in the woods, and immediately we're hooked. What makes you interesting? What are the parts of you that feel really familiar? For instance, perhaps you love to laugh. And then you say, but what makes you a little quirky? What gives you a little added edge, And it could be your obsession with asteroids. It could be your secret shoelace collection. So think about that when you're writing your characters. They have to be familiar, and they gotta be a little unfamiliar at the same time. Treat your environment, wherever you're setting your story, treat it like a character. Let's say you say, my story is set in a factory. Well, just telling us that your story is set in a factory doesn't really quite bring to life the environment. But if you told us that your story was set in a cold, shaky robot of a building, then we know what a factory feels like, what it smells like, what it sounds like. We know the voice and the personality of a factory. And that is what creates a fantastic setting. Shrieking sounds, right? Dun, dun, dun. Oh no. What happens if you get stuck? Here's the thing. First thing you got to do, take a breath. Stand up, take a stretch, take a walk, watch a movie, listen to some music, talk to your friends, take a shower, take a nap, do anything to sort of break up the monotony and the pressure. The other thing you want to remember is that the greatest gift you have as an artist is other art. Read a little bit from somebody else's book. Engage in anything else that is creative, and you'll be surprised how it will unlock the other parts of your own creativity and imagination that at any particular time might feel a little stunted. I typically write all the way to the end, and I tie it up in a nice, neat little bow. Everybody's happy, all the questions have been answered. And then I delete 3 or 4 pages. It should allow the reader to do a little bit of work for themselves. If it makes you feel like the story feels a little undone, that's probably a good place to stop. First, I want you to read the story over. Read it over, read it slowly, and read it out loud. Listen to your voice saying the words. See if it sounds good to you, if it feels good to you. And then after you do all of that, I want you to rewrite your story. Now, before you freak out, I don't mean rewrite the whole thing as in start all over. This is the time for you to go back in and add a little color, right? Add a little paint where it ain't, as they say. I cannot wait to see what you all create.